Another celebrity battle of words, the alphabet game, in 5 minutes. Our midday update on the news, first on BBC One with Juliette Morris.
Good afternoon. On the first full day of campaigning for the general election, Labour has been detailing its plans to help the young unemployed and promising a new cabinet minister for jobs. For the Conservatives, the Chancellor Kenneth Clarke has said a Labour government would be a great leap backwards.
The first poster of the campaign, unveiled this morning by Labour, leaves no doubt. This election will be fought above all on the economy, tax and jobs. Labour's promising a new cabinet minister responsible for employment.
Today we can announce, first of all, there will be a new employment minister in the cabinet working with and to the Secretary of State for Education and Employment, who will take responsibility for both the delivery and the success of the Welfare to Work programme.
Labour hopes to fund new jobs programmes from a windfall tax on privatised utilities. But this morning it was under pressure to say which companies would be hit.
The windfall tax, which as I understand it is due to raise either £3 billion or £5 billion out of key British industries, is a serious threat to our continued recovery.
Paddy Ashdown believes his party's strongest card is its willingness to raise taxes.
The Tory and Labour Party believe that the thing that was needed for this country most last November was a penny cut in income tax, a temporary one. It will be restored after the election. They both know that. We're the only party who understands that the right thing to do now is to invest that money in the country's future.
This morning, Mr Major visited McLaren, whose racing cars are associated with winners. But more important than photo opportunities or even detailed policy pledges will be who the voters decide they trust by the end of this campaign.
A report by an all-party group of MPs has said the price caps imposed in the late 1980s on the newly privatised electricity and gas companies were too low. The Trade and Industry Select Committee said the industry regulators made mistakes and failed to get the best deal for consumers. Meanwhile, the electricity company Southern Electric, which serves southern counties of England, has just announced price cuts averaging £30 per household. The Court of Appeal is to review the conviction of one of the men jailed 3 years ago for the IRA attack on the Warrington Gasworks. John Kinsella has always maintained he was duped by the IRA into hiding a bag of Semtex explosive and weapons for them. His wife said they were very pleased at the decision.
He said, I've had a phone call from Mike. He says, it's coming back. We're in with a chance. He says, I'm over the moon. He was pleased, I could tell. I was.
That's it. The next news is the 1 o'clock news.
Good afternoon from the Midlands. Detectives in the West Midlands who are hunting a serial sex attacker have released video footage today of a man they'd like to question in connection with the assaults. The pictures were taken from a Cashpoint security camera in Birmingham, where a stolen card was used after one of the attacks. The police believe the man may be responsible for as many as 20 attacks on women in the region. 2 Staffordshire pottery firms have announced pre-tax profits today. Royal Dalton say they've had a 16% increase due to an improving performance in Australia and Japan. Churchill Potteries, meanwhile, have also reported a rise in pre-tax profits of 24%. The road haulage